Hello and welcome to Volume 3, Issue 2 of Coffee with Ciara. Welcome into the studio. It is 2 o'clock on a Saturday. I'm still in my pajamas. Second cup of coffee of the day. And yeah, that's how this Saturday has gone so far. Actually, I have gotten a lot done, just I haven't gotten dressed. Couple of trying to keep this quick too, under 5 minutes. So we'll see. See if I can not be long-winded. A couple of knitting things I wanted to share. I have to retire my socks. Do you see how many holes are in these? Kind of gross. They're also covered in cat hair because they've been on the floor. This is actually made with yarn, the first yarn purchase I ever made, which was 3 years ago. Oh, more than that, almost 4 years ago now. So yeah, end of an era. I do have this yarn in a couple of other things. I just used the last of it. I have it in my big crochet blanket, scrap blanket, so there's a scrap of it. And then I used it on the edge of a sweater I made for myself. So, into the garbage right now. Y'all is my witness. I've mended them several times already. It is just time. And my first pair of socks I ever knit, first ball of yarn. Exciting times. And then this little coat, this is the Penguino, patterned by Stephen West. I made this for Hazel. We have a trip to the coast planned, and hopefully this is like not going to be too small. Right now it's a little too big. I think his little arms could probably fit in it, but it's supposed to be an elbow length sweater or coat. So anyway, it's the Penguino. I'm making myself an adult-sized version of this in totally different colors, but and I'm making good progress on that. It is in the living room though, and I'm not going to go get it because I don't got time. I'm still working on a few more pieces for my Deconstructed Landscapes show. One of them is behind me. That's where I left off last night. You can also see that one up there. That one's gone through a lot of iterations. I am struggling with it currently. I'm also struggling with this one behind me. I find myself caught between, like, I'm just not completely satisfied with them, so I just keep pushing, and then they start to feel overworked, and then I feel like I need to clean the slate a little bit. So that's kind of where those are both at. I'm in a pretty happy place with this piece I'm looking at, the deer one. I think just a couple more swipes at that and that'll be finished, kind of balance it out. But yeah, these ones behind me have been a challenge. But it's been good. Each piece, you know, was kind of an experiment. I never really know where it's going to end up. I think that one up there has been a good exercise in letting go, I guess you could say, because there were parts of it that I really liked, and then I just went too far, and there also like just wasn't enough contrast. Anyway, it had issues, and it had issues from the beginning, but they will resolve eventually if I just keep working at it and give it space. It might not make it into the show, and that's okay. Same with this one. Although I do at this point really like all the history, as they say. I don't know if any of it's coming through on the camera, but there is a lot of layers on here. I think I'm going to come back through and get the edges again with white, and then go over it again with similar colors. And yeah, this one is the color scheme and strokes and brush strokes are inspired by Bumpass Hill up in Lassen National Park. So each of my pieces is, I've got like some element of Northern California in mind when I am making them. So that kind of guides me. And then of course, you know, once the marks are made, that guides me too, because I have to work with what's actually on the canvas too. But yeah, it's been fun. So that's my quick little update here from the studio. I hope that this finds you well, and yeah, I'm hoping to kind of maybe make some changes here in the newsletter, make it a little quicker to read, for you to read and check in, and just make sure that you get, you know, the latest, and then as you have time through the week you can read more, but yeah, just making sure the important things get, well, I mean, relative importance, that those become front and center and easy to access. And yeah, I just have felt bombarded by emails lately, and I would like for my newsletter, of course, here I am 7 minutes in, I'm doing great. Would like for my newsletter to be quick and easy to access, and as you have time, you know, I let things pile up and feel like I have to get to them. I want to get to them, but I don't want this to feel like an obligation. So take what you will, leave the rest, and I will see you next week. Bye.